Recubbed, a fanfiction by Lionkingview. Chapter 4. Angry? Me? Never. I'm as happy as a hummingbird. A happing bird, smiled Simba. Okay, said Kion, hoping that Simba meant it. Want to bring it in for real? Asked Kion, raising his left arm for a friendly hug. What? Asked Simba, irritated. You know, bring it in, to signal that we've come to an understanding, Kion explained. I think he wants to hug you, guessed Nala. It was a bit odd to Nala since she rarely saw any boys hugging, especially Simba, unless it was his mom or dad, and even then he was hesitant to hug in front of his friends. A hug? Are you crazy? I don't hug people. I'm not a girl, Simba snorted. But Kion wanted to counter, but Simba interrupted him immediately. Blech! Hugging, Simba said for emphasis. Kion was a bit devastated. No hug to show a mutual understanding? To Kion, a hug meant to greet a friend, to share the many great things of the world. Well, if he doesn't want to, said Nala. Any of you want to play pincher? Kion and Kiara looked at one another. Sure, why not? Responded Kiara and got into a battle stance. You won't know what hit ya, boasted Nala. We'll see, retorted Kiara. Then Kiara leaped towards Nala. I hope it doesn't bother you too much to move at a slower pace, said Sarabi as she followed Fully to the waterhole. That's alright. You're the king's mother after all. The things you must have gone through in your life, I couldn't even start to imagine, said Fully. Kion already told me a few stories, she went on. Tell me, Fully, are you and Kion, together? Sarabi asked, almost a bit too much out of nowhere. Well, pardon? Fully said, hoping that she had misheard the former queen. I know you young ones can be a bit squeamish about romance, but I couldn't help but see you and Kion being close in a rather lovely way, Sarabi explained. The older lioness had never lost her motherly smile, a smile that was now looking at Fully. Fully was nervous. Well, Kion is cute, but I don't think he would want my type, she spat out. Your type? You think he's gay? Asked Sarabi, calm as always. I mean, if so, then he hasn't told his parents or, well, for that matter, me yet, she mused. What? No, I didn't mean... I don't know if he... What I meant was... Fully was blushing bright red and slightly hyperventilating. It's alright, just breathe slowly, smiled the former queen as she put a paw on Fully's shoulder. Fully did as she was told. She took a deep breath, and then, a few seconds later, released the air again. She repeated the exercise a few more times until she felt better. What I meant was, I'm a cheetah, and he's a lion, Fully said as she hung her head. Sarabi chuckled as she stroked the young cheetah's fur. Let's keep walking while I tell you a story, she said as she led the way. Pinch it again, for the 10th time, said Nala victoriously. Great, but how about for the next round you challenge Kion? I'm sure he'll pose more of a challenge than me, reasoned Kiara, trying hard not to be a sore loser. Sure, Kion agreed with a bit of hesitation. Alright, Nala said as she got ready. Kion leaped at her, and within 2 seconds of struggle, he was pinned by his own cover-fied mother. Pincher, she exclaimed with a boastful tone that she hadn't previously displayed. Want to go again? Asked Nala in excitement. I guess, responded Kion. So, the moral of the story is, love is odd. Just ask him out. He's my grandson, so believe me when I say he can be a bit oblivious. You need to ask him directly, explained Sarabi. Thanks for the advice, answered Fully. Just keep in mind who Kion is. He is kind-hearted, if a bit naive. I will remember that, said Fully. I know you will. You're a good friend. Kion talks about you constantly, she explained. He does? Blushed Fully. Of course. Oh look, we're here. said Sarabi as the waterhole came into view. Pinch again, declared Nala as Kion groaned. I'm starting to see why she likes this game, Kion mumbled under his breath. Simba looked on in bemusement. Not so mighty after all, your brother, he said to Kiara. You sound almost relieved. How often did you beat Nala in this game? Asked Kiara. Well, a few times at least, responded Simba. You don't seem very sure, investigated Kiara. Hey, I know how often I won, okay? So get off my back, responded Simba, sounding very ornery. Sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, said Kiara with sincerity. You haven't hurt my feelings. I'm a big boy. I don't care, Simba said with the bashfulness of a toddler. The bluntness of how Simba had said it made Kiara giggle. Her father, the proud leader of the Pride Lands, reduced to a bickering brat. Are you laughing at me? Asked Simba, getting red as he was sounding tense. What? No, I'm sorry. I was just... Kiara tried to apologize. I show you to make fun of the future king, Simba said, extending his claws menacingly. He growled at Kiara, who got in the defensive stance. Kion and Nala stopped playing as they realized what was going on. Hey, get away from my sister, demanded Kion. You don't get to tell me anything. I'm the future king, Simba answered. He doesn't, but I do, said an older female voice. All anger in Simba's face vanished and was instantly replaced with a mix of embarrassment and even a bit of fear. Not terror. The fear one sees in a child's face when their full name is being called by a parent. It's the fear of knowing that you will face consequences for having done something that you weren't supposed to do. Young lion, said Sarabi in an authoritative voice. Simba cringed. Yes, Mom? He turned around slowly. I hope you have a good explanation for wanting to attack this nice girl, she said. She laughed at me, responded Simba while avoiding his mother's glare. Is that true? Asked Sarabi. Well, I chuckled because he said something that sounded funny. I apologized right after, explained Kiara. Did you accept her apology? Sarabi asked Simba. Well, no. The cub hung his head in shame. I think you should come home for now and think hard about what you have done, declared Sarabi. But, Mom, Simba wanted to argue. No buts. This isn't debatable, countered Sarabi, as she did as all lionesses do with their cubs and grabbed Simba by the neck with her mouth. And Nala, Sarabi addressed the other cub, your mother was looking for you. You better come with me too. All right, Nala responded and started to follow Sarabi. Goodbye, Kion. Goodbye, Kiara. It was nice meeting you. Bye, responded the siblings. Once Sarabi, Nala and Simba were out of view, Kiara and Kion breathed out in relief. Grandma be praised. This could have gotten ugly, said Kion. Yeah, Simba looked really angry, said Kiara. I think it's best if we go to Rafiki's tree and see if any progress has been made, said Kion. Yep, let's hope for the best, answered Kiara. End of chapter 4.